We've talked in previous lessons about making a claim if you are the victim of workplace harassment. It's critical that you know it's illegal for you to be retaliated against for making such a claim. Retaliation laws also apply to steps you may take outside of filing a claim.
In this module, we will define retaliation and discuss examples of protected behavior, as well as examples of retaliation. The EEO laws prohibit punishing job applicants or employees for asserting their rights to be free from employment discrimination, including harassment. Asserting these EEO rights is considered a protected activity, and it can take many forms. Here is the full definition of retaliation according to the EEOC. Retaliation occurs when an employer takes a materially adverse action because an applicant or employee asserts rights protected by the EEO laws. Let's look at some examples of behaviors that are protected from retaliation. Filing or being a witness in an EEO charge, complaint, investigation, or lawsuit. Communicating with a supervisor or manager about employment discrimination, including harassment. Answering questions during an employer investigation of alleged harassment. Refusing to follow orders that would result in discrimination. Resisting sexual advances or intervening to protect others. Requesting accommodation of a disability or for a religious practice. Asking managers or coworkers about salary information to uncover potentially discriminatory wages. Notice that you are protected if you have a conversation with your supervisor or management about employment discrimination. You don't have to file a claim to be protected. You're also protected if you intervene on behalf of others, a topic we will cover in a later lesson on bystander intervention.
It's also important to note that simply engaging in the above activities does not protect you from all disciplinary actions. The key is that your employer must not be motivated by retaliatory or discriminatory reasons. Looking at it another way, an employer can't do anything that would discourage someone from resisting or complaining about future discrimination. But what does retaliation look like? Let's look at some examples from the EEOC. Reprimanding an employee or giving a performance evaluation that is lower than it should be. Transferring an employee to a less desirable position. Engaging in verbal or physical abuse. Threatening to make or actually making reports to authorities, such as reporting immigration status or contacting the police. Increasing scrutiny. Spreading false rumors. Treating a family member negatively, for example, canceling a contract with a person's spouse. Making the person's work more difficult, for example, punishing an employee for an EEO complaint by purposefully changing their work schedule to conflict with family responsibilities.
As you can see, retaliation can take many forms, but what it boils down to is negative employment consequences placed on you because you asserted your rights.
We hope this makes you feel more empowered to stand up for yourself or others. We encourage you to read more about retaliation on the EEOC website so that you are armed with the information if you do face retaliation. As always, know your rights.
Retaliation occurs when an employer takes a materially adverse action because an applicant or employee asserts rights protected by the EEO laws. This behavior is illegal. You don't have to file a claim to be protected.